Yo, yo, yo. What's the dealio, y'all? What's the dealio? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man? It is Sunday. You already know, man. We got the watch list popping off, right? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? I feel like I ain't been live in a while. It feel like I ain't been on here in a minute, man. These holidays it's making me feeling like I'm not working. It's interesting, right? But how y'all feeling, man? It's Sunday. We about to get to it. All right. What up, Best Beezy? How you feeling? Hey, if y'all are just tuning in, man, say what's up in the comments. Let me know you guys are tuning in. Let me know where y'all tapping in from. All right. Shiley, what's up? How you feeling? What up, Sean? What up, Jerry? How you doing? How you doing? What up, Chaos? Y'all good over there? I hope everybody had a good weekend. All right. Hope y'all having a good weekend as well. What up, Bob Burgess? I remember that face. How you doing? What up, Pete Bryan in the building? What's up? If y'all are tuning in, man, like this video real quick. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. So what we gonna do is we got the watch list today. It's the Sunday setup. You guys already know. We're gonna go over the setups for this week. We're gonna go over the SPY, IWM, and then what are we gonna do? We're gonna announce 4 winners, okay? 4 lucky people are gonna get 1 free month in the Discord. All right, 4 lucky people. So I hope y'all are here, okay? I hope you can only claim it if you are on the live, and we're gonna do it towards the end of this live, all right? So Newbie Maddie, what's up? Kiki, what's up? The one and only, what's up? What's up? How you feeling? Space City in here. Where's Space City at? X marks the spot. What up? She said she in Harlem. Hey, shout out to New York, man. For real. Money Mike, what's up? What's up? I'm addicted to trading. I feel that. Bangers incoming. You already know, Best B. Kiki is in 8 ATL. What's up, Caesar? He in Boston. Shout out to Boston, man. All right, shout out to Boston. Boston and New York, right? That's how y'all be talking. All right. W's in the chat for Isiah. I appreciate that, Orangefield. What up, Doc? How you feeling? How you feeling? Hey, listen, y'all. While you guys are coming in, be sure to like this video. All right? Be sure to like this video. All right? Shout out to Houston, man. Bay to the A. Clay, what's up, bro? How you feeling? All right, y'all. So listen, I'm going to say this one more time, and then we're going to get started. We're giving 4 people 1 month free of the Discord, okay? The trading Discord. How it's going to work is at the end of this live, after we go through the watch list, right, we're going to announce the winners. We're going to spin the wheel like we did last Sunday, all right? And I'm going to call you after the live, all right? And you are going to join the Discord, and I'm going to send you the money simultaneously at the same time, all right? So make sure you guys are locked in on this live, all right? Genesis, what's up? How you feeling? What up, Culture? How you doing? He said he in Pittsburgh. Shout out to Pittsburgh, man. All right. So look, y'all. The market this last week, we had a half day on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we was off, and then we had Friday. Okay. Cali Nola, how you feeling? So this is what we gonna do. We're gonna go over the charts. We're gonna go over SPY. We're gonna go over IWM. We're gonna go over QQQ for the week. And then we're going to get busy. Now, we have Thursday. This week is the same as last week, all right? The first of the year is on Thursday. And then we got Friday. The market is open, all right? So we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But Wednesday is going to be a half day. So it's going to be the same exact thing as last week, all right? So this week already, I'm chilling, right? I may do my thing on Tuesday. But Monday, I'm going to chill because it's Monday. You don't know what's going to happen. Then we got Tuesday. Then we got a half day on Wednesday. We off on Thursday. And then we got Friday. All right. I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. All we got is technical analysis to really, figure out what's going on. All right. It popping stalled out. Queen City by way of Motor City. Okay. What up, Tanverse? How you feeling? It's Santa Rally Week. Hopefully. I'm hoping, Sean. Right. I'm hoping, man. Because we're going to see, man. Think they might be playing. They might be playing with us, okay? Because the technicals are looking bearish. I'm just going to keep it real. Technicals are looking bearish. So we going to see what happens, man. So if everybody who coming in, man, like this video if you have not already. Also, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. And let's get started, man. All right, let's get started. So let me pull up these charts real quick. All right. So we got boom. All right. All right, y'all. So what up, Eleanor? I'm doing good today. I ain't gonna lie. Today feels good. He said it's a trap. Okay. What up, Key? What's up, I Austin? How you doing? From DC. Shout out to DC. All right. I think Wednesday is a full day. Nah, let me double check. Cause I don't think so. Let me double check though. Wednesday stock market hours. Wednesday is let me see. Let's see. So on Wednesday, December 26th, New Year's Day, boom, boom, boom. Thursday. Yeah, the markets close early on New Year's Eve, right? So the markets close early on New Year's Eve. So it is a half day on Wednesday. All right. Yeah, we ain't gonna take money from the market. We gonna make money in the market. You feel me? All right. So Richmond, shout out to DMV, man. All right, y'all. So everybody in here, what's up, Tia? How you doing? Hope it's a full day. Those half days ain't it. They not. They not. What's up, Davita? Shout out to Austin, Texas. All right, so let's get it, man. And like I said, all winners for the giveaway are gonna be announced at the end, right? Let me show y'all. Okay? So we got this is how we gonna do this right here. All right. I put all the names on the spin wheel. So we got 33 people. If you entered in last week, you are automatically entered in this week. All right. Now we did have some more entries throughout the weekend, right? So we got 33 people. 4 out of 33 are gonna win. Okay. So if we do the numbers on that, 4 divided by 33, you have a 12% chance to win. Okay. You got a 12% chance to get a free month, okay? According to Google, December New Year's Eve. Oh, okay, then it's normal hours. I must have read something wrong, but that sounds good. All right, so let's get to the charts, y'all. I don't want to waste y'all time. We're gonna bust this down. All right, so we got, all right. So for SPY this week, right? So this is on a weekly time frame on SPY, right? So we had a 2-2 bullish reversal on SPY. 2-2 bullish reversal on SPY. All right, so your weekly range, let me give y'all the weekly range, okay? So if we go to the weekly range, your weekly resistance is going to be all-time highs. Weekly range. Weekly range right here. Weekly resistance is going to be 691.73. 691.73. And your weekly support is going to be 680.50. That's $11 range right there. Hey, Best B, you said it's a trap. What side is it a trap to? Is it a bear trap or is it a bull trap? Which one? 680.51 is your weekly support. I want to see what you're thinking. All right. So this is gonna be your weekly range on SPY. Okay. We did hit all-time highs last week on Wednesday, right? And then we came down a little bit on Friday, right? We got a failed two up right there, but we do have some bounce areas where SPY can bounce if we do come down. Okay, so I'm gonna put the bounce areas. All right, bounce areas, and we have first area is gonna be 688.71. 688.71. All right, that's gonna be our first area where SPY could bounce at. Then we got 686. 55. And then we got 682. 48. All right. So obviously these are daily fair value gaps on a daily time frame. So yes, we're on a failed two up on Friday, right? On Friday, we are on a failed two up right here. But so we could come down, but we could bounce at 688. We could bounce at 686, and we could also bounce at 682. All right. We do have support on the week at, like I said, 680, right? So we gotta see what ends up happening this week. All right. So for tomorrow, right? So for tomorrow, here's gonna be the levels for tomorrow. We got calls above the weekly resistance. All right, calls above weekly resistance 691. Let's just just to be safe, we're gonna say 691.75. All right. So if we get above 691.75, you can enter in the calls. If we get below 689.27, you enter in the puts. All right, puts below 689.27 properly, and you'll be good to go. All right. If we come down to the hourly real quick, let's look at the hourly. So on the hourly, we're in this little uptrend right here. So let me see. So from here to here, we got boom. And then we got from here to here. All right. So if based on this trend line that I just drew, it looks like we could be coming up to like 694, right, off the hourly time frame. So that's just what it looks like. Obviously, this could get invalidated, but I just wanted to draw a quick trend line off the hourly time frame just to see what it looks like. All right. So yeah, that's SPY. If that makes sense on SPY, y'all, let me know. If those SPY levels and everything makes sense, let me know. What up, Pam? How you doing? What up, Travis? Reggie, what up? It's way better than paying the lottery. Nah, for real. For real. Representing Silver Springs, Maryland. Another DMV person. SPY's above or already below those levels. At the market open, what do we do? So if SPY is, let's say SPY gets above the level, you want to just, it may come down, but you want to make sure it stays above that level, right? So if it comes down, then make sure that it stays above that level and it bounces and then it go back up, right? So, because it may come down to fill the gap, right? Or it could, it's come down to fill that gap. So if we gap up, then we could come down, but just make sure it stays above the level that I called out. And then at the bottom, if it gaps down and it opens below, then you want to wait to see if it's going to come back up and break back through that area. All right. So that's what I will say to that. All right. What's up, Andrea? How you doing? He said, yeah. He said, makes sense. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over IWM next. All right, let's go over to IWM. All right, so let's go to the daily. All right, so IWM. All right, so I mentioned this this situation on yesterday's video, right? But I'm gonna go over it. So let's go to the weekly first. Now on the weekly time frame, we do have a bearish one candle. All right, so we consolidated last week. All right, so this looks very bearish, right? But we have to see. So your weekly range on IWM is going to be, so your weekly range, all right, so weekly support is going to be 250.39. All right, 250.39. And your weekly resistance is going to be 255.09. All right. So this is going to be your weekly range right here. So your support is at 250.39, and then your resistance is at 255.09. Okay. So now I want you guys to pay attention to something though. Okay. So when we come in and we zoom into the daily, right? IWM has been holding this level right here. All right. It's been holding this level right here. So as long as we stay above this 251.40, then I think that we could bounce and we could go higher. All right. So I'm going to say for tomorrow, calls above 252.77 on Monday, right? Calls above 252.77. All right. And then I'll say if we get below 241, 251 like 30, 251.11, I'll say 251.11, you can enter in the puts, right? So we're going to say puts below 51.11. All right. And then it could come and test the low of this candle right here at 250.41. Right? At 250.41. And then if we get below here, 250.41, then we could really come down to like 248.99. All right. So here's what you guys want to pay attention to, right? So we got above here, we came back down, and we're testing this level 3 times, right? 1, 2, and 3. We have not closed below where we broke out from in this area. So we did get above this resistance area right here, right? So as long as we stay above here, we should be good to go to the upside. But when we look at the weekly, we could try to retrace this wick right here potentially, right? We could be trying to retrace this wick potentially right here. All right. And then we go back to the daily, right? So if we get above that 252.77, 252.87, and then 253.18, then we have nothing but room up to 255. All right. And then boom right here. So if we start to rally, right? If we start to rally, like Monday, Tuesday, then IWM could go bullish, and then off of from Friday to Monday, we could get a bullish 2-2 reversal to the upside. All right. So it looks bearish. Well, it looks bearish on a weekly. But on a daily, it looks like we're just testing this area and looking to bounce, right? So we do have to see. But that's the levels that I have for IWM this week and for tomorrow. All right. So let me know if that makes sense on IWM, y'all. If that makes sense on IWM, let me know. All right. Yeah, makes sense. I see it so much better. Okay. We need to call you the IWM guru. Nah. I just you know, I just do what I do. Appreciate that though. What up, John McKinney? What's up, Joy? How you doing? If you guys are just now tuning in, man, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, let me know where you guys are tuning in from if you have not already. All right. So with that being said, that is IWM. So we just went over SPY. We just went over IWM. SPY does have a failed two up. We did hit all-time highs. We have not hit a Santa rally yet, so that is not out of the question. But the technicals are saying things look like they want to come down a little bit. So we could come down on Monday and then bounce in the middle of the day and come up and then go up the rest of the week. Or we could try to retest first in the beginning of the week and then go higher, or we could reject and we could come lower, or we could just end up going up all week. All right. Or we could go down all week, right? Like those are the scenarios. So we do have to be patient and we do have to see what happens throughout the week. All right. So I don't know what's going to happen, y'all. All right. I do not know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. All right. What's the first IWM puts price target? So the first price target is going to be I said puts below 251.11. That's going to be right here where it closed at. And then the first area will be the low of day, right, at 250.38 or 250.40, right? And then if it breaks below that 250.40, then it could come lower and it could start to sink, right, all the way down to like 249. All right. So yeah. I was only tapped in the SPY until I came across Isiah Game Changer. IWM is my go-to. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, IWM is the one, not the two. I can't say it enough. All right, and it's cheaper, so you have less risk. All right. What's up, Dr. V? How you feeling? If you guys are just now tuning in, man, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also let me know where you guys are tuning in from. All right. So can you let me know your name, right? And why you wanted to pursue financial freedom. That's really it, right? It ain't hard. So that's all you have to do, man. So if you entered in, let me know in the comments because I want to make sure everybody is here. All right. If everybody is not here, then your percentage is going to go up even more. All right. But let me know. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go to the setups for this week. All right. We're going to go to my setups for this week. All right. So, boom. Got it. Thanks. So, what's up, lovely Preppy? How you doing? Appreciate that. Made money last week with IWM. Thanks for the levels. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. All right. IWM is all I need. Not for real, though. Like, yo, I made a video last week. Not last week. About 2-3 weeks ago. About how you can make 6 figures in 1 year trading IWM. I broke it all down. Okay? I broke it all down. So if you have not watched my $1,000 to $131,000 video, be sure to go watch that. All right? And also let me say, nothing in this video is financial advice. All right? Nothing is financial advice. If you want financial advice, go see a licensed financial advisor. All right? Joy said, I never knew about IWM until I joined your group. Yep. That's how we get down. A lot of people didn't. All right. What's up, Sean? How you feeling? Any opinion on Tesla? I'll try to go over Tesla when we finish everything. Shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to everybody who joined. So yeah. So first setup that I have. We'll go over Google. So first setup that I'm looking at right here. What's up, Debo Lewis? How you feeling? So first setup we got is gonna be Apple. All right. We got Apple. Okay. Let's go to the daily and let's go look at Apple right here. What up, TDW? How you feeling? So we got Apple. Shout out to Germany, man. What part of Germany you in? What part of Germany you in? I used to live in Germany, man. That was a great experience. All right. So Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland. Is the sound working? Yes, you have to go out of your YouTube app and you got to come back in. All right. So we have Apple right here on the weekly. All right. On the weekly, we have Apple. All right. I got you, Andrea. Let me go over my watch list and then we'll go over Google and then in Tesla as well. All right. So we got Apple right here. So we got a bearish 3-bar and then we got a 1 candle. So we consolidated. So we gapped up from last week, right? So then what happened was not gapped up. We closed here and we opened here. So we gapped down and then we filled the gap, right? But for Apple, we got a 1 candle this past week. So we consolidated. All right. Now this is a bullish 1 candle, but it could go any way, right? So very simple. If Apple gets above 235, 275.35, then you enter into calls and we could come up and we could retrace this candle right here to 280. All right. So if we get above 270, then we could go up to 280. All right. Now, if they got some funny business going on and we get below 269.66, then we could enter into puts and then we could ride it to the downside. All right. So it's YouTube. Let me put this in the chat. If you are having problems with audio, it is your YouTube app. Go out and come back in. All right. So this is a 3-1-2 setup, right? Is it going to be a 2 down or a 2 up? I don't know. But this is a 3-1 setup right here. After a 1 candle, usually comes a 2 candle. Okay. So if we get above 275.35, enter into calls, ride it up. If we get below 269.66, enter into puts and ride it to the downside. All right. That is a 3-1-2 setup on a weekly time frame for Apple. All right. I like it better to the upside, and we got some wicks right here, so it looks bullish, but we do have to see. All right. So that is Apple. Okay. That's gonna be the first setup that I have for the week. Is gonna be Apple. All right, 3-1-2 setup, consolidation from last week. All right. What up, Swell Hunter? Of course, man. How you feeling? You went fishing this weekend? The next setup that we have for the week is gonna be Rocket Lab. All right. This was on my list this week, right? Let's go to Rocket Lab and let's go look. Okay. So we got Rocket Lab right here. All right. So look at this on a weekly, y'all. All right. On a weekly time frame, we got a failed two up, and then we have a liquidity grab. All right. If you guys are in the Discord, if you guys are in the Prosperity Collective, then you already know what time it is, right? This looks very similar to what I called 2 weeks ago or last week, which was TSM. All right, so let me show you guys what I saw. Right, let's go look at this real quick. We got TSM here. Where is it at? Let me just type it in. TSM. All right. Now let's go to the weekly. Boom. All right. So look at this right here, y'all. I called this 2 weeks ago, right? Called it 2 weeks ago. It was on a failed two up, and it had a liquidity grab right here. And then look what happened. It broke below, and it came all the way down here. This was a banger, right? Now look at this on Rocket Lab. Same exact setup. Failed two up plus a liquidity grab right here. All right. The only difference is we got an area of liquidity right here that we got to get through. Okay. But I have it right here. If we get below 70.26, you can enter in the puts. A bounce area will be 67.78. It could bounce potentially. If it does not bounce, then it's coming down. All right, it's going to come down, and it could come down all the way to about 60 bucks. All right. Reason why I say 60 bucks is because it could come down to this breakout area right here, the support right here. But on a daily time frame, we do have a lot of areas of liquidity where it could bounce. But the selling pressure is very strong right here, okay, with Rocket Lab. So, you know, we gotta really see. All right, it looks like it's gonna keep coming down. We had a failed two up. It broke below the low, and then it came down lower. All right, so this is Rocket Lab, right? It's the same exact setup as Taiwan Semiconductors had a couple weeks ago, and you see what happened, right? Failed two up, liquidity grab, broke below, right? Went down, failed two up right here. If it breaks below, then we coming down. All right, that's gonna be on Rocket Lab. Ticker symbol is RKLB. All right, let me know if that makes sense, y'all. Let me know if that makes sense on Rocket Lab. What up, QTZ? How you feeling? So yeah, YouTube tripping. Yeah, YouTube is tripping. Symphy GQ, what's up? First time on a stream, and so far all I can say is I look forward to more great content. Subscription added all the way from South Africa. Hey, shout out to that, man. Well, SA is either South Africa or San Antonio, right? But shout out to that. All right. Appreciate you for tapping in. All right. If you guys have not, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Every single day, I'm bringing you guys life-changing information, all right, in the stock market. If you follow what I say, there's no way you could lose in the stock market, all right? There's no way you could lose in the stock market. If you just follow what I say and you understand the teachings and you picking up what I'm putting down, you will make a life-changing amount of money in the stock market, all right? I say that very confidently, okay? There's people that have changed their life already, right, from my YouTube channel. I'm getting emails almost every day, right, at this point. And we've been at this almost a year. In a couple more days, I'm gonna be putting out videos every day for a year straight. All right. In the past, month or so, I've been putting out 2 pieces of content every day, right? A video, and then we go live in the evening time. So if you guys are tapping in, man, and you changing your life, let me know, right? Please let me know. And I appreciate you guys for tapping in. All right. So, said South Africa. Okay, yeah. I got to get out to South Africa, man, for real. I got to get out there. All right. So we got Rocket Lab and we got Apple. All right. Those are 2 setups right there. The next setup that I was looking at is going to be right here. This is another, stock you can make some money with. I feel like this is a layup, honestly. Look at this. All right. We got Cipher. All right. We got Cipher, CIFR. All right. So let's go look at Cipher. CIFR. All right. So we got 4 straight weeks of red. Okay. On CIFR. Now let's go to the daily real quick. Now when you look at the daily time frame, right? Look at what I see. So when I look at the daily time frame, that's what I see. I see a move to the downside, right? And then we have a move to the upside, right? And now we have a move to the downside right here, okay? So if this is going to become a double bottom, it has to bottom out again, right? For it to make its second bottom. So if it makes its second bottom, that will mean that it's going to come down to 1367 or maybe a little bit lower, right? So this is me seeing pattern recognition and saying, okay, I see where this thing could go. Because I see where this could go, this is a layup, all right? So we have no bottom wick here, so no buyers are present in this area. The only area where support is at is down here, right? Because we got a little demand zone. So if we get below 1516, right? If we get below 1516 right here, then, right, you can enter into puts and you can write it down to 1367, right? And then that would create a double bottom. You see what I'm saying? So this right here, I feel like is a layup. Here's also why I feel like it's a layup. Because this was a double bottom as well, right? So we have boom, a move to the downside, right? And then it came up, right? And then what happened? It tried to come, it came up, it came back down right here, right? It tried to come back up, but look, it rejected right here. So because it couldn't get above here, it got invalidated. And now it's looking like another double bottom inside of a double bottom, right? So this was a double bottom, got invalidated, but this is a double bottom forming as well. So if we could come down here to 1367, then this will be smooth. And we could make money on this dollar move right here. And then it could bounce here and then it could start to go up. All right. So that's ticker symbol CIFR. Let me know if that makes sense, y'all. All right. If that makes sense, let me know. All right. Let me know, y'all. I think that that's a straight layup, if I'm being honest. All right. Because when you see a double bottom forming, you know where the bottom is at. You see what I'm saying? I wish I would have caught this on Friday, but you know where the bottom is at. So you know where it's going to be going to, right? Therefore, we could just ride puts to the downside tomorrow or through Tuesday, whatever, however long it takes to get there. All right. How do you get your candles yellow so I will know it's a 2 down on the chart? Well, first off, a 2 down is not yellow, it's red, right? But you use this indicator called the Strat Assistant. All right, Strat Assistant. XAS is up along with other material related commodities. Great content. Happy holidays. Appreciate that, Andrew. Joy makes sense. It's called the Strat Assistant. Yeah. All right. So that's the Strat Assistant. So listen, those are my setups. All right. So let's go over a couple that y'all asked about real quick. Google and Tesla. All right. Google's one of my favorite stocks to trade. So we got right here. So Google. All right. So here's the thing about Google, right? Here's the thing about Google. Google has an area of liquidity here, and then down here, and then down here, right? So your bounce areas that you got to pay attention to for Google is going to be 311, right? 311. And then we got 308.21. And then we got 304.71. All right. So there are two failed two ups back to back, but we have areas where it could bounce up, right? So even though this is bearish, we have to kind of pay attention to what it's looking like. And also, it looks like it could start creating a double top, right? Because look, right? Let's look at this. Let me zoom this out a little bit for you, right? So we have this move right here, right? So we got an up move right here. And then we have a down move right here. Okay. So this is going to be your neckline at 295, 296. All right. And then it started to come back up, right? So if it continues to go up, you know where it's going to go to. It's going to come up to here at 328, maybe a little bit higher. And then that will set us up to come to the downside. All right. And then we could come right here, if not a little bit lower. So that is what I'm seeing on Google. So even though we got two failed two ups, it looks like it's creating a double top, right? So, and then on a weekly time frame, right, we are bullish. Okay. We're bullish on the weekly, right? So I would just wait for it to break the high of the week at 315.20, okay? And it could come down to 305.41, or it could just, break above here and it could go higher. All right? So let me know if that makes sense on Google, y'all. All right? If that makes sense on Google, let me know. All right, SPMO, I think it's a put scalp from Monday, only two up on weekly, fell two up on the daily. SPMO. I've been looking at applied as well. I'll go over that one because they've been, I don't know, they looking real interesting. SPMO. Okay, so let's look at this real quick. All right, so he said it's a two up on the weekly, but a failed two up on the daily. All right. Okay. So because I see so many fair value gaps right here, there's so many buyers that I wouldn't play this to the downside. Even though it's a failed two up right here, I would wait for the bounce, okay? I would wait for the bounce. So I would let it come down. It could bounce right here at 121. It could bounce right here at 120, and then it could go up. If we go to the weekly time frame, the support on the week is 119.67, right? 119.67. So because the support on the week is 119.67, then I would say it could come down to 119.67, right? Or it could bounce anywhere between there. So just pay attention to these fair value gaps and then wait for a bounce, and then you ride it to the upside, right? But when we zoom out some, this looks like a double top as well. All right, so let me see things in depth. And if you catch me on my daily live videos, I go over the SPY and the IWM in the beginning as well, and I go over them in depth. All right, I go over them so in depth that people are actually making hundreds and thousands of dollars off of these analyses. All right, so be sure to tap in the beginning of these videos, right? So you can get that full breakdown in the beginning. All right, so next, I said Tesla, real quick. Tesla. All right. Tesla looks like they want to come down. Just, plain and simple. Fell 2 up on the weekly. Now we got some areas of liquidity right here. So we could be bouncing on the weekly, right? So pay attention to these areas between 459 and 473, right? It could bounce anywhere between there. 459 and 473, all right? Off the weekly. If you look at the daily though, right? If you look at the daily, if we get below 473.90, then we could be coming down to about 464. All right. So I don't really like the Tesla chart currently right now. So you just gotta see, right? But yeah. Okay. So let's go to Meta real quick. Right, Meta. Yeah, I was looking at Meta over the weekend. Meta is in this little bullish pennant right here. Okay, so it's getting ready to make a big move. Once it breaks out of this pennant, either once it gets above like 669, 670, or if it gets below like 659, it's gonna make a big move to the upside or the downside. All right. So this is a pennant right here. We just got to see which direction it chooses to go. All right. What I will say is there's a lot of like, this or that. The whole market looks like it's bracing itself for a big move, right? The whole market could go any way. All right. The whole market could go any way. That's what I'm seeing. So we got to just be patient and we got to see what goes on. I hope things go up. Right? But I am in a swing. I'm in a little swing on IWM. I hope IWM goes up. I hope they gap up by $4 or $5 and I could be up and I could get out that trade. After that, I don't really care what happens. All right. So yeah. And then Nvidia. And then after this, we're going to announce the winners of this Discord giveaway. All right. So Nvidia. All right. Nvidia, they look like they could keep pumping. Little sellers did step in on Friday a little bit, but they look like they want to come up to 195, 196. All right. So they just got to break above like 192.55. If they get above there, then they could come up to 196. All right. Pretty simple on a weekly. It looks very bullish right there. So that's what I would say. All right. That's what I would say. So yeah, let me know if that makes sense. All right. You know how we do, Marquin. You already know how we do. All right. So listen, everybody who entered into the contest, the giveaway, right? Roll call. Okay. Let me know in the comments that y'all are all here. We gonna announce somebody. We gonna announce 4 winners right now. Okay. We about to get ready to do it. So if you ain't here, then you ain't gonna be able to win, and you're gonna be watching the replay mad. All right. Here's the thing. You gotta watch, and you gotta, consume the content in order to get the benefits. All right. So if you entered into the giveaway, then let me know in the comments that you guys are here. All right. We got the wheel right here. I'm gonna give y'all about a minute or so, right? So that y'all could tap in. Okay. and then we're going to go from there. So we about to announce the first winner right now, okay? And I want to say shout out to Kiana. She wanted to bless somebody, and then we have somebody else who wants to remain anonymous. They decided to bless 3 people, okay? So one person wanted to give one person a month, and then one person wanted to give 3 people, all right? So, and let me tell y'all how this is gonna go, all right? I'm going to spin the wheel, all right? I'm gonna give y'all a little minute, right? And then I'm gonna call you after this live. If you win, I need you to email me your phone number immediately. All right, we're gonna get you in the Discord in the next 20 minutes. Okay? You are going to join the Discord through WAP, right? I'm going to send you the money. All right, this is no funny business. All right, no funny business. All right, so let me get a drum roll. We got 4 people that's about to win. Let me get a drum roll. Let me get a drum roll in the comments. All right, let me get a drum roll, y'all. Let's go. Let's go for the first person. Let's get that drum roll popping, and we about to announce. Let's get a drum roll, and let's get some likes on this video. All right? A drum roll and some likes on this video, y'all. Okay? And we about to see what's up. We about to see what's up. We about to see what's up. We blessing 4 people with 1 month free to the Discord. All right? When you win, you need to email me immediately your phone number. Okay? That's what I need. Email me your phone number immediately once you win. Okay? 4 people are going to be winning. It's too late. All right? It's too late, y'all. The time to enter was the last 3 days. Every single video I've been telling you guys every day how to enter in. All right? So, all right. So we got drum roll. All right, y'all. First person. First person, y'all ready? Let me turn the volume up. All right, here we go. Let's go. Who we got? Ooh, Sanayat B. Are you here? Are you here, Sanayat B? Sanayat Bella, are you here? If you here, comment in the comments. Comment in the comments. Comment in the comments. We got 3 more to go. All right, we got 3 more to go, y'all. Are you here? I think I saw your name in the comments. Come on now. Come on down. Come on down to the comment section. I'm going to give you like another 30 seconds to a minute. All right. I know it's a little lag on here, so there we go. All right, cool. So she here. All right. Okay. So that's the first person. All right. So Sanayat, email me your phone number right now. And when we get off this live, I will be calling you. Okay. Don't play no games. Email me right now with your phone number and be ready when I call you. It may take 20 minutes because we're going to do 4 people. All right. We got 3 people left. All right. We got 3 people left. All right. So what we're going to do is, we're going to remove her name. Right. We're going to remove her name. Sanayat, where is it at? C-N-A-I-T B. All right. So we're going to remove her name. All right. So the next person, here we go. Here we go. Bernadette. Bernadette. If Bernadette is here, then drop it in the comments. Bernadette, are you here? We got Bernadette. Bernadette. Are you here? Come on down in the comments. I think I saw your name, but I want to make sure. I need you to email me your name and your phone number right now. Okay? Bernadette Walker, are you here? There we go. All right? Shout out to Bernadette. Email me your phone number right now, and I will be calling you when we get off this live. All right? So we got Sanayat and we got Bernadette. Okay? We're going to go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Bobby Burgess. Bobby Burgess. What we got? I know I saw you. Bobby. I believe I saw Lorraine. Your name should be on here. If you emailed me, your name is on here. Bobby Burgess. Are you here in the comments? I believe I saw you. If you here, let me know in the comments. If you are here, let me know in the comments. All right. We got Sanayat, we got Bernadette, and we got Bobby. All right. Are you here, Bobby? There he go. There he go. All right. So listen. Sanayat, Bernadette, and Bobby, I need y'all to email me right now with your phone number. Okay? With your phone number. Email me right now if you have not. I will be calling you right when we get off this live. All right? I'm going to do it one by one. So give me about 20 minutes and we can process everybody. All right? We got one more person. Okay? One more person. Let's get a drum roll for the last person. All right? Let's get a drum roll for the last person, y'all. All right? We got one more winner. Okay? One more winner. And we're going to wrap this thing up. All right? So, we got Sanayat, we got Bernadette, and we got Bobby. All y'all get 1 month free to the Discord. All right? 1 month free to the Discord. You're going to get full access to the course, to everything. All right? The last person, okay? When did you email? If you emailed me, your name should be on there, but let me see. What's your last name, Lorraine? Is your last name Dupree? Is your last name Dupree? Because if it is, then you emailed late. All right. So, last person, all right? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Neomai, Tohi, are you here? I don't know if she here. Are you here, Naomi? Neomai? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Lorraine, I said at midnight before on Sunday, on Saturday night at midnight. That was the only thing, right? I said that in every video. I say email me by midnight on Saturday. Okay? Are you here, Nehemiah? If you are not here, then we got to find somebody else. If you are not here, then we have to find somebody else. I'm going to give you a little bit more time. If you are not here, we got to find somebody else. I don't know if she here. I do not know if she here. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. All right? You got to come in. You got to claim it in the comments. All right. It looked like she ain't here. So what we got to do is we got to do it over. All right? We got to do it over because she ain't claiming it. She ain't claiming it. All right. So we got to do one more time. Let's go. Y'all ready? Let's go. Oh, Nehemiah. Okay, hold on. Sorry, Perry. Nehemiah claimed her prize. Is that Nehemiah Tohi right there? Yep, that's the same name. So Nehemiah Tohi, I need you to email me your phone number. Okay? Email me your phone number, and I will be calling you to join the Discord for a month free. I just saw her name. Right? If you can email me your phone number, Nehemiah, let me know right now. All right, let me know in the comments that you could do that. That's true, Lorraine. Congratulations to y'all. Y'all attracting great things. Not for real. Yeah, anonymously. They was like, listen, I don't want no credit. I just want to bless some people. All right? So Nehemiah Tohi, I need you to email me I'm on Pacific. I'm on West Coast time. All right. If Nehemiah look, hold on. Nehemiah. I don't know if she know either. Cause all I see is drum roll. If Nehemiah can't email me, then we gonna do one more person. Cause I don't want one person lingering away. What's up, Verified Clown? How you been? Nehemiah, do you know you won? All right. This is the last opportunity. This is the last opportunity right here. All right. If you don't know you won, then we gonna spin it one more time. Okay, we're gonna spin it one more time for one more person. All right. Cause look, I need y'all to email me. That's the thing. I'm trying to give her some time, but she ain't responding. All right. I don't even know if she won. If she knew she won. I feel that. Got to focus on work. I definitely understand. Nehemiah. All right. Listen, we got to move on. All right. I ain't trying to be on here all day. All right. So listen. You got to claim it in the comments. All right. If you want this, you got to claim it in the comments. Right? We've been patient, so we gotta go to the next person. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Who we got? Kiera, are you here? Kiera S, are you here? Please tell me you here. Please, please, please tell me you are here. If you are here, let me know. If you are here, Kiara, let me know. Oh, Nehemiah. Oh, I see what you're saying, A Wonder. I see what you're saying. No, that's true. All right, so here's what we gonna do. Is Perry here? Is Perry here? If Perry is not here, right? Let me know if Perry is here. Said, make I got your email. Let me look. Yep, I got your email. All right, so listen. I don't think Perry is here. If Perry is here, then we gonna go to Kiki. So Kiara S, email me your phone number. Okay? Make sure you email me your phone number. Email me your phone number right now. Perry, are you here? If Perry ain't here, then it is what it is. All right. Let's see what we got. Kiki, email me your phone number right now. Okay. Nehemiah, email me your phone number as well, okay? It was a little bit of confusion, so Kiara, you're going to get it on the house, right? We're going to get you a discount code for that first month. All right, that one's on me, okay? That one going to be on me. Since it's the holiday season, you know what I'm saying? We in a given mood. All right? But I need you guys to email me your phone numbers right now. All right? If you do not email me your phone number, then I don't know what to say. All right? I don't know what to say. All right, I just got your email, Kiara. All right, so we got them. Naomi Tohi, I need you to email me your phone number. All right, that's the last time I'm gonna say. If you do not email me your phone number, then we can't do nothing about that. All right, I keep telling you to email me your phone number. That's all you gotta do, and I'm gonna call you in the next 10, 15 minutes. All right. I'm gonna even put it in the comments for you. All right. NEOMAITOHI. Email me your phone number. All right. All right. So listen. So we got Sanaya, Bernadette, Bobby, Kiara, and Naomi. All right. So listen. I hope that you guys she said, I don't know, but I can hear you. All right. Well, you gotta email me. All right. Listen, and so look, y'all, somebody else literally from the Discord just emailed me right now and they said they want to sponsor 2 people for next week. So I guess next week we're going to do another giveaway. All right. So if you guys missed it, then show up next week and we're going to get 2 more people that's going to get blessed. All right. So, Naomi, email me your phone number. If you don't, then I can't do nothing for you. All right. So, yeah. So listen, y'all, we gonna hop off, right? Those are the setups for this week as well. Okay. So listen, like I always say, make sure you get up out your head and go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. Congratulations to everybody that won. All right. We're going to have 2 more people next week. All right. We're going to do another giveaway for 2 more people. All right. So be sure to tap in, show up. And if you won, I'm going to be calling you right now. All right. So give me about 20 minutes and I'm going to call all of y'all and we're going to get you situated. All right. So y'all have a great day and I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all stay smooth. Peace.